Hey y'all, I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. I just want to make a video on this. So it says 1.2, 1.4 million women in America is doing OnlyFans, and about like a billion men, a million or a billion men, I'm gonna put it up there, is spending money on it, and that's just crazy number. But again, I'm not here to you know what I'm saying, judge. I'm here to just put some insight on it and just offer a different perspective on it. There's always going to be a bad and a good side to everything, and I just want to put my 2 cents on this. All right, so for one, you got to ask yourself why so many women in America is doing OnlyFans, and you really got to ask yourself before you just go crazy on the women and call them 304s and this, that, and the third. Look, all of them ain't that. A lot of these women are women that just want to get out of a bad situation, that just want to make money, without asking anybody for help. And there's just women that just do it for the love of the game. These are their choices. So we got to respect them as human beings at the end of the day, regardless. Um, Now on the other side, you gotta look at it like this. Look at how everything's going right now. Nothing, like they're not bringing up pay, and they're raising the prices on every fucking thing. Like this isn't even new. Like we're just kind of getting used to it now, which is bad. So you got to come up with new ways to make money, because the 9 to 5 way is becoming dead. And there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. You just shouldn't be working it for the rest of your fucking life. So you got all these women here who, what I'm saying, may feel oppressed and just need a way to make something happen. Some of them are single mothers and they don't want to ask nobody for help, so they do this. We gotta, and people be like, oh, women is the problem with this, men is the problem with this. We both play roles in this. You gotta realize the women is the most of the women are on there making OnlyFans. There are a couple dudes on there making OnlyFans. Those are the women there. But a man also made OnlyFans, and then men are the main ones spending money on it. You got some women spending money on it, but you get what I'm saying. It's two sides. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, we got most women. We got probably like 90% women on OnlyFans, probably 10% men on OnlyFans making content. Then we got 90% men buying it, 10% women probably buying it. That's just a random statistic I made up, but it's for you to get the point. We both play sides in this, and it's like you can't be mad. You just put an opportunity in their face, and they're using what God gave them. Some of them modify their bodies and all that, but for the most part, they're using what God gave them to make money on there, and it's just like, I mean, it is what it is. You gotta look at the hard times out there. But we do gotta look at the negative aspect on there. You knew this is coming. Now, I'm not here to judge. We also gotta tackle the real truth. We got too many young girls getting on there, not even trying. You know what I'm saying? Just going straight to there. You haven't even tried in life yet. You know what I'm saying? And they be like, oh, these men are perverts and everything. And yes, that is true, because you got some weirdos out there, but you're also benefiting off of them. Most of those men are your profit. So you got to understand, I'm not saying it's right or anything. I'm not saying none of that, no. But you got to understand, this is the world you're opening yourself up to when you dive into that world, because there's a price to pay for everything you do, and that's the unfortunate price. I didn't make the rules up, I didn't make the facts up, that's just the truth. And you also got to understand, open yourself up to, now if you're just doing solo content, then that's different, but you're still open to the weirdos and stuff. But if you're doing the other stuff, you gotta understand, you open yourself up to sexually transmitted diseases, sexually transmitted demons. Yeah, that's the thing too, spiritually. And you're putting yourself and compromising yourself, and your privacy is ultimately violated. And I get you selling that for money, but at the end of the day, when your cortex fully develops, and when you decide that you made all your money that you did off there, you gotta ask yourself at the end of the day, in like 10 to 15 years or even 5 years from now, was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I made my money and everything, but how did this affect the people outside of me? Like my siblings, my parents. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, the sad reality for some of these little niggas going to school is that they're gonna be like, well, at least my mama, at least my auntie, at least my sister don't do content, and it's crazy because it's very different from when I grew up. But you got to consider these things, and also you can't be complaining about not finding a husband or the right man. Now, I'm not saying you're not deserving of one, but you got to understand, as a man, nobody wants to see what he's supposed to see. It's like, put it to you like this: if I got a woman, I want to marry her, or I want to take her seriously, it's gonna be hard, not impossible, but hard for me to take her serious, because what I see, the whole world sees, and it's like it's not sacred. You know what I'm saying? Now that's just my view on it, and it might be an old view, but that's just my view on it. You know what I'm saying? But and again, so I'm not saying it's impossible for y'all to find love or a husband. It's just gonna be harder. You know what I'm saying? Because you open yourself up to the world to it. So those are just the consequences of everything to it. Again, I'm not judging the ladies on this one. I'm not. I'm just saying I'm putting my 2 cents in, and I'm just gonna keep it as real as possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame some of y'all OnlyFans chicks. Some of y'all be looking good, but it's just crazy because it's too much lust. And I get some of y'all treat it like a business. It's just I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man at the end of the day, so I like what I see with most of these women, some of these women, but it's just again, you gotta take the consequences of the people who look up to you and want them to do the same thing because we got too much of a young crowd of women wanting to do this because it pays out so much. This All right, so back to what I was saying. Ladies, I'm not here to judge y'all. I know how hard it is out there, and you never know somebody's situation. Just be wary of the consequences that come with it and ask yourself, is it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Because it isn't as simple as you just making money. Even if you make millions on there, you gotta take the consequences that come with it because there are some. You know what I'm saying? You are compromising yourself, and it's not as sweet as you think it is. But again, I don't judge you. Y'all are still human beings, and we all in this with dealing with this fuckery with what the world is going on. You know what I'm saying? We all going through it. But continue being you. I'm gonna continue being me. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and peace.